So I just want to give thanks to everyone who's here listening, and open up by giving thanks for being able to be here. I live in New Jersey right now on the Nape land. So I'm a home birth licensed midwife in New Jersey and New York. And I want to start off by just acknowledging the grandmothers, protectors, spirits of birth. Chachihuitlique in our Mexican tradition is the woman with the jade skirt with the beautiful waters with the babies all running there. And then we have Cuautlique, which is the original piece is in Mexico City in the museum, but she's like we like to say, the mother of all mothers. On December 12th, we usually acknowledge her along with Tonantzin, our Mother Earth. And then we have Tlazolteotl, which I have a statue of here in my office, where I see moms. And I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's the original piece is in Mexico City too. She's made of pre-Columbian jade, and she represents that jaguar medicine with her mouth like this, squatting position, giving birth. So just acknowledging the grandmothers, Chachihuitlique, Cuautlique, Tlazoteo, Quetzal, for always protecting and guiding birth, for honoring birth as what it is, ceremony, as long as we continue to birth our children and that bloodline of our native relatives coming from our mothers continues to live, we are still here. I've been around birth for 15 years as a doula, midwife assistant, and I've been licensed as a home birth midwife for 2. And I've seen many women and talked to who still give birth in the sweat lodge. I gave birth to all my 3 sons in the Temazcal, on the earth, with the fire, in the rain, in New York, in the South Bronx, and in Queens. And I know I had another mom who she gave birth on her land in Shinnecock. And it's been a while since since someone had given birth on her ancestral land like that. And I remember that night in the lodge under the stars with her family singing all these powwow songs, and the baby being born that way onto our Mother Earth was just really, really beautiful. And so that's like all part of living birth as ceremony, of decolonizing birth. And many relatives in Colombia, they use the maloca, another spiritual home, to still give birth in. And that stuff really, really makes me happy, excited. And it's one birth at a time, one mother at a time, taking it back, that relationship with our Mother Earth, with our body. Because I've been able to, going through a Western midwifery program, but then also learning traditional midwifery from traditional indigenous parteras, midwives. There's differences. And so, like this whole idea of burning of the cord, delayed cord clamping is given, but then afterwards, do you want to cut it with fire, with candles, with an obsidian knife? Do you want to leave it intact until it falls on its own? A lotus bird, like there's options, but in the hospital or other institutions, there aren't. So that's the other thing I want to just point out in this talk, is to really live and honor birth as ceremony. It's really important where you choose to give birth. And I know that home birth is we're a small percentage, but little by little, more life givers are trusting themselves. Just more specific about birth, like the importance of honoring our grandmother placenta. To live birth as ceremony, we talk about it, and more life givers at home are really honoring that lineage and giving her back to the earth, burying her in the earth. There's different options. It's your body, it's your birth. You do with your placenta what you want. But I think it's important to point out, because you see around a lot this whole birth as ceremony, but what does that really mean? And so, yeah, I just want to give thanks and acknowledge all you life givers who, aside everything, the laws, violence, your own family problems, everything, what you go up against to, that you still choosing to give birth at home. And whether it's in the sweat lodge, in the teepee, in the maloca, in your living room, in the water, like however you do it, it's your choice and it's beautiful. And thank you for that. Thank you for that, because when I see a baby born at home and the parents have, included in their birth plan that the first thing they want the baby to hear after that first birth of life is a word in their native language, to me it's just like, I don't really cry at all the births anymore. But like, to me, that's just like, that's a prayer that I know like our ancestors put for us, and we're doing our part to make it happen. So just thank you for letting me share a little bit here today, and yeah, hope it was helpful.